Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Down here with the boys at Fuse. They've just finished up a brand new build. We wanted to give you a quick rundown. Let's do it. Alright guys, so I've got a 2018 F250 behind me. I'll give you a quick rundown. I'll go through the tray and canopy package that we put together, and then I'll pass you over to Reed at Fuse to go through the boat loader and a few of the other accessories I've added on. So starting with the obvious, texture of black. So the tray and canopy package is powder coated texture of black. That's our standard finish. So with our Traytec builds, powder coated inside and out. So you haven't got any raw welds, any raw material. Everything is completed and finished nicely to a premium product. So with the 2018 F250, same as some of the newer models coming out now, it's 2150 usable tray deck by 210. So when we say 2150, that's the actual usable space of the deck. Total length is about a 2350, which is a nice perfect height. So it actually ends to your factory tow bar, so you haven't got any factory tow bar recess and reduce any of your towing capabilities with these big trucks. So as usual, quickly start from the front. So with our GT1 premium trays, you've got this fantastic chamfered headboard. Brings it back into the cab, so that way it's a premium finish and you're actually matching up to the cab lines. You're not just having sort of a square finish and ruining the styling and look of these expensive trucks. Customers actually opt for our flip down boxes, which is great. So the flip down boxes save a bit of weight and are perfect for throwing a few accessories in there, actually hard mounting them into that shell. So dropping out that box down there, bit of a surprise, and then I'll get Reed to run through that and show you that. At the back here, we still have quite a large drop down box. So these drop down. Customer has actually gone for a bit of a different option. So this build doesn't have central locking. So although central locking is a feature we can definitely do and standardize straight to the Ford key, so your actual Ford push fob, there's actually an option to leave that out because he's doing a few other things himself. So those sort of options there can be changed. Swap. We're more than happy to make sure what we're putting together is going to suit your needs, because we can appreciate everyone uses these differently. So with our GT1 trays, we do have the GT1 option, which is our premium aluminium extrusion, and then it gets the rope rails welded on. We also have our GT3 option, which we've just released and you've probably just recently seen on our channel. Customers going for that premium GT1. Probably the main reason for that is going to be this rope rail. So more tie down points, the canopy's off. Even when the canopy's on, this allows a few more options for tying down gear, hanging off stuff, your hammock. It just opens up a whole range of things you can actually do with these builds here. So the canopy itself is a lift-off canopy. So you've got a tray package and then a lift-off canopy. It's very easy to do. We get quite a few questions about how complex it is to remove these canopies. Literally is 4 main bolts, 1 harness, throw in your legs, wind it up. If you've got a hoist, even better. Once you've done it a few times, honestly, 10 or 15 minutes, we have the canopy off. Super easy to do, even with these big, massive builds. So moving on to the canopy, so 2 whale tails, lifting up the canopy. So one of the sort of things that we do miss in some of our videos are some of the smaller features that are hard to see unless you see them in person. The biggest thing is this rain gutter on our actual canopy doors, and then the ceiling as well. So the ceiling on these doors are actually really, really great. So a lot of customers we've had go up north, go up into that red dust, and no dust in the canopy. So the actual dust suppression system helps with that. But the biggest thing for us is the way the boys have designed the ceiling and the rain gutter on these doors, second to none ceiling. So leading back on to with the door as well, so twin gas struts, they're actually adjustable too. So where these mount, you can adjust them and change the opening height of the door. So if you've got an awning, if you want to set up a certain way with your awning, you can still open your door, set up the door to a certain height and open up your awning. So that's quite easy to change. So another little feature too that sort of gets missed in some of our videos. One of the key features too, so one of the updates we've had are these external door skins. So external door skins now are a replaceable part. So if you've got a part, or you've got an item in the canopy that rolls around, it's not actually going to dent and damage your nice canopy door. It'll actually dent this first, which you can replace. A couple of bolts, replaceable. We can make you a brand new one, which is always a good little feature to have if you're going on those big trips and the canopy's loaded right up. So with the door skins as well, they've actually also got lights in them. So they've got LED strips, so you got your orange and switchable to your white and dual as well. So a perfect little nice little feature. With the switches as well, you can actually leave these on and use the switch on the opposite side to turn it on and off if you did want to leave the lights on all the time. So moving on to internals of the canopy. So yet again, bright white powder coat inside and out. So in all the nooks and crannies, inside the drawers, the unistrut, everything is all a nice gloss, bright white finish. So yet again, no burn marks, no raw aluminium. Everything is a full premium finished product. The bright white is actually quite a nice color, especially when you're on those trips. It's dark, it's late at night and you drop something down the corner. You can actually see what you're grabbing. So part of the reason why we steered away from some of the black colors and the dark colors is that purely you can't see the corners. So when you're out on a trip and you drop, some sort of phone charger or a cable down the corner, the white actually makes it a lot easier to see. So that's sort of partially the reason why we've gone for this nice white finish on this build. So this customer's canopy, he's actually gone for more of a storage-based build. Yet again, that actually suits what he's after and his needs. So we have plenty of packages and options that we can set up to suit the customer's needs, because at the end of the day, everyone uses these differently. So with his build, he's got the front GPO panel infill, allows for your electrical fit out, mounting of your in and out points for your Andersons, all those sort of accessories. I'll let the boys at Fuse quickly run through what they've done with this. So standard inclusion with these builds that we can do is the 130 litre Bushman's upright fridge. So there can be a standard inclusion in the package, meaning that will supply and fit the appliance for you. So I'm sure you guys have probably seen these a few times, but they're quite a large fridge. So awesome size, upright, lighter, cheaper, more space. So there's plenty of advantages of going to these upright fridges. So moving on, so he's got a drawer and a bench unit on this side of the vehicle. I'll quickly jump on that side as well, but as you can notice straight away, there's a flat finish all the way through. So even though you have a drawer here, you're not limiting space and limiting the ability to pack items and run them across here on the top. We've got tie down points here as well, and a few of the eyelets and the nutserts, you can actually bolt in additional eyelets and have more tie down points through this top section as well, which is fantastic to have. So next to your 130 Bushman's fridge, he's got a shoes drawer. So these are a massive drawer, and yet again, still have that stainless steel prep bench on the top here. So next to your fridge, you can prep your lunches, do whatever you need to. Plenty of options and plenty of sort of ways to use this sort of setup. Yeah, so this customer actually just added a few cargo barriers, so we can add these dividers in quite easily. It's a great way to create a separation between the two compartments, and then that's just sort of an option that the customer's put in there for his build and the way he wants to use it. Plenty of space here in this back portion of the build. Customer actually has his motor slide here in the back. I'll let Reed run through there and see what they've done in that build. Good way to keep your motor in there, keep it away from prying eyes, safe and secured inside of the canopy, and make sure that also out of the weather. Jumping over to the driver's side of the vehicle, yet again, storage-based build. So it's got his two massive drawers here on this side, and as you can see, plenty of top space here on the deck. So regardless, even though you've got the two large drawers, you still have plenty of space here on the top for additional gear that you need to throw up there. Massive drawer unit, so this customer's got two massive drawers here. One of the noticeable finishes on these builds here, on the actual drawers themselves, all the seam faces are a dressed weld, so nice, neat, clean finish. You haven't got any rivets or anything hanging out there on the obvious. Another cool thing too, people probably don't really appreciate, is you can run your hands over every single part of these drawers, of the canopy. Everything's been round edge, deburred, clean. You're not going to cut your hands on any of the aluminium or any part of the tray and canopy. So it's a really, really neat feature. As you're using these all day, every day, you want to make sure that all the edges around it and there's no burrs or nothing that's going to cut your hands or anyone else's. So probably worth mentioning, so customer has gone for two standard drawers here in his canopy. There are plenty of options with these. So you can do drawer bench, 40 litre Evercool. We've also got a brand new split drawer that's just been released. So twin drawers, plenty of options, so you can mix and match as you please, and we can sort of adjust these for some of our packages. Moving up to the power system, so the boys at Fuse have actually done this fit out for the customer. So with our packages now, so you can actually opt in this metalwork cage here. So the power boards, we can set up a blank power board. So if you want to do your own power system, you want someone else to do the power system, there's plenty of options there, and it just makes sure that whoever does the fit out can make sure that it integrates in nicely and suits all the metalwork and looks nice and clean. So moving to the back of the vehicle, as I mentioned before, with the F-Trucks, we can do a 2150 long deck. So the 2 meter canopies get that 150mm recess, which is fantastic to help reduce the overhang of these items. So customers going for twin jerry cans, your ladder and your spare in the center. It's quite a popular, great setup. So you get a few options there: storage, spare, and access still to your roof. So with the obvious as well, so it's got the LMAC loader on top. So even with this setup, ladder still accessible. We can give you all the dimensions and set it up to make sure that this actually still clears all your accessories on the back. So that's quite easier for us to sort out and help out this as well. So as all with our normal builds, your factory reverse sensors get relocated, your reverse camera, and if necessary, we can do a blind spot relocation straight into these buckets. So it's a nice seamless integration without having any sensors or anything sort of hanging out and looking a bit obvious. The customer has our standard rear tunnel drawer. We're sliding that out. Massive 1200 tunnel drawer with our stainless steel bench here on top as well. So plenty of space, and yet again, still integrates and works quite well with the ladder and everything else going on with the back of the truck. So you've got your water outlet here, the back of the truck, nice, easy location. Customers going for the full 145 litres of water storage. So 60 litre poly tank, 85 under, 85 is plumbed in with a massive seaflow water pump. So plenty of pressure, plenty of water, and it's all drinkable as well. Our poly tanks are actually custom made to suit our builds, so we can really push and squeeze in those capacities without affecting your tunnel draw or anything else going on with the tray build.
Hey guys, Rage from Tears. We just finished this big Traytec build, working with obviously the team over there. We'll walk you through everything we've done. We've got boat loaders on the roof, engine slider in the back of it, full power system, we've got compressors underneath. It's quite a nice build, this one. Nice basic system, but obviously more than enough to get you through anything you're going to throw it at. Down underneath, we've got these massive toolboxes. They are drop downs, so with the drop downs, we've opted for a twin compressor. So it gives us full air, more than enough to run any of the tyres, pump up the tyres on the caravan. It's got the fit-in all there, switches controlled from here too. So nice, easy system to use, and integrates quite well into the canopy and tray itself. Up top, next to the fridge, we've got a pretty basic sort of outlet. It's just going to be a 50 amp Anderson outlet. We've got accessory socket and a dual USB, so more than enough for charging any phones, blowing up any air mattresses, any sort of basic accessories there. It's got you covered. On the driver's side, we've got his EnerDrive ePro battery management system. This gives a bit of an indication as to where the battery's at. Control for both LED lighting and the fridge all switched from this side. We've got an Anderson plug here marked red. That's your solar input. And then we've got an additional 50 amp outlet as well. Another accessory socket and dual USB, both sides of the vehicle. All of this is powered by a 200 amp EnerDrive battery. It's tucked in behind this drawer system, sits down underneath the floor, the weight's nice and low, tucked out of the way, away from harm's way as well. So obviously when we've done the tray canopy as well, this customer's opted for an LMAC boat loader up on top. Really well, integrates really well with the roof rack that GCI fabricate and make for these canopies. And then we've got the engine slide in the back half of the canopy as well. So makes it really nice, easy to use, and integrates into the vehicle quite well.
All right guys, that sums up this quick little video. Thought to give you a quick rundown of this fantastic build we've put together. Like always, we can always tailor these builds to suit your needs. So the flip down boxes, the way the canopy set up, the boat loader, specific to the customer's needs. So we've got plenty of options, so we can make some changes and adjust the suit to make sure at the end of the day, you guys get the build that you're after. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, you're more than welcome to drop in and see us at our showroom or give us a call and we can work out how we can tailor a build for you. Thanks guys.